she's not going to get better. Men get better over time. A woman, I mean, it's possible, but for the most part, modern women, because feminism and the way that modern women think and getting better does not go together. In their mind, they think a life worth living is one where you get more and more stuff and you get more stimulation. And she thinks, all right, well, how do I get the stimulation? Through experiences. So that's how we get the going out. That's how we get the different sexual partners. That's how we get the spending money. This is how, because men got to realize that, yo, women bust nuts through just stimulation. So that's why she tells you that she doesn't have to have sex to enjoy you or be around you, because she can get stimulated from she can bust a nut from all types of things. All right, I'm saying it that way so the men can understand. All right, she's not really busting the nut, but she's busting. All right, that's why you can feel like, man, I'm chilling in a peaceful world and things are going well. She'll call you and say, well, listen, I don't know what kind of day you're having, but right now I'm going to express some feelings. And I'm going to tell you how I feel. And it's never anything positive. Whenever she wants to really talk, there's another thing too. And that's what you realize over time in most relationships. Most black men can really realize, yo, or if they think about it, especially if they older, that, yo, you spend most of the relationship listening to her complaints. It's not really positive things. The modern woman also spends a lot of time trying to control the man, and it drives her crazy. Because I was having a conversation earlier with a homeboy of mine. I said, yo, you have so much more peace. Because like, we were talking about work, and we were talking about like the people, like people, different people and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, you're gonna have more peace as a man, accepting what you can't control, and moving on from it, and controlling yourself. Only thing you can do for difficult people, real talk, is ignore them. That's all you can do. You have to become. I'm trying to learn that, bro. Becoming good at ignoring and focusing on what I'm doing. Because I always need every second. I'm trying to teach myself that. Another thing about a young guy in these young relationships is that your concept of time is not strong. You're not able to really start feeling like, damn, I'm wasting time. That's just a waste of my time. Also, that B word. What's the B word? What's the B word?
Your body. If you love me, let me get your body.
It's not the body's not the B word. The B word is, and it changes everything. You know what the B word is? Benefit. Ooh. Ooh.
You're supposed to take that.
Now, well,
Put it back in the water.
first of all, shut up, mind your business.
That's also not the B word. But anyway, benefit. That changes everything. Because when we use the word benefit, it holds the man accountable. It makes him think, how is this helping me? Because when you start thinking emotionally like her, you'll just kind of start going. It's like getting into like a river raft, and it's like, and you got to just ride the river. I'm not sure how kayaking and that. I don't know if black folks be kayaking. Let me know in the comment section. Are you a black person who kayaks? Tell me more about you and your weird family. What other weird stuff do y'all do if y'all black folks who kayak? Or are you an adopted black person who lives with a white family? You were adopted by them, and y'all do white folk stuff together because you're the only black guy there. That's a weird situation. That is a weird, like, just setup. It's a bunch of white folks and one black person. It's just, nah, man. What went wrong? What went wrong there? What went wrong? What went wrong? 3 W's at one time. What went wrong there? Anywho, so as a young guy, you're not really able to value time. You don't really realize when something is not really helping you because you're not thinking about where this is going. Men have to be able to think about the future and be able to do long-term thinking effortlessly. That's a big part of being an adult is thinking, all right, if I do this now, this will be the end result. And I'm starting to realize more and more and more when I really think about it, I realize this shit. Women don't have long-term thinking and have very shallow, even when it comes to like simple shit, even something as simple as, not even simple, I'm sorry, as serious as getting an education. They don't think about how you want to pay off that debt. I think, let me tell you something. Human beings are not above just doing some shit and hoping it works out. But even then, that lends itself to the whole manifesting bit, which is really just one of those ways I feel like people who want to sell bullshit to women sell them ideas like basically You can do whatever you want to do. That's what manifesting is to them. To them, you can do. You basically, if you want some shit, you should just have it. And the concept of hard work and earning things and things being fair is it's seen as a bad thing to them. And again, like I said before, all modern women, and you see it right here in this situation too. Most modern women, whether they realize it or not, or they mean to or not, you are a narcissist. All right, you're not able to see when you're wrong. Okay, in your mind, the person across from you or people around you should not benefit from anything you do. All right, you're not able to do things just for the benefit of other people. You have to put yourself in a situation where, or in a position to where you feel as though you're better than the person in front of you. All these things are, of course, toxic. But you can't have a relationship with someone who thinks this way. You cannot have a relationship with someone who wants you to be in a relationship with you, but they want to find ways to control you psychologically. Because this, for the most part, this is what. So with the power that has been given to women over all this time, for the most part, all y'all do with it is try to hurt the men who love you or who are close to you. If that man's in your life and he's ever done anything, that's the man in your life. But anywho, I was saying before, DDG he's experiencing what young men experience every day. All right, and I don't think I understand that. Okay, someone failed this boy because he had failed him in terms of helping a young man to understand the red flags. For the time a young man is 12 to 13, we need to start talking to him about red flags and women and friends and people in general. All right, and lower their tolerance for bullshit and disrespect. But you got to realize you can only deal with people like this when you have a high tolerance for it. You got to realize black men of all shapes, colors, and walks of life go through this exact same thing. Where one day we cool, and now that we're not together no more, it's not a thing too. When you break up with the woman, if y'all break up, even when it's her idea, again, she has this in her mind that, because I've heard this before, and you can see it now in the situation, how black women look at black men and their kids as their property. She's trying to take all of this man's rights. So we're going to go ahead and look at a few clips so to make sure that I thoroughly kind of introduce the subject. And here we are, guys. Let's go ahead and read this real quick. So these are the alleged text messages from DDG and Hailey Bailey. So these are things that she sent to him. So I'm not seeing where he wrote at and everything, but so this is so let's just read through a few of them. We don't need to read everything. You can read the screen. So you see stuff like, and you'll regret it. You'll regret ever meeting me. Or go back to the bitches that you're used to. Go back to fucking thoughts. That's what you want. You never wanted anyone like me. You and your family hate me. Just admit it, but that's okay. Everyone does. Right then and there. What that means is she is the kind of girlfriend that is uncomfortable in social settings, right? And she's not someone who can enjoy being in mixed company. So obviously what she's probably done is, okay, all crazy women do this narc shit where they try to separate you from your family and make you feel weird or feel uncomfortable about being around and talking to your family. And those are things that abusers do. And what's funny is most women who are in the least bit problematic or try to turn you against your family or try to use their family against you. All right? Because again, like, someone who has compassion for you and loves you never wants to make you feel as though you're choosing between them and your family, because they're two different things. Well, it's two different kinds of relationships. But anyway, we have the person on Twitter who wrote this, Whitley Yates. She says, Hailey Bailey was acting like this prior to being pregnant. She gave birth December 2023. This behavior was present in 2022 and clearly intensified after the baby. Everything isn't postpartum. Some things are patterns. Let's go ahead and keep reading. Okay. Now they're in all caps. He says, I hate you. You are the most horrible person I ever met. All caps. I wish I didn't have to fight with you, but you continue to let me down every time. And then speak about exchanging my son in a money deal for views. and openly flirt and help every other woman in the world but me. You hate me and want me to die. I want to die because of you. I will die because of you. Okay, here we go again. I want to die. I never want to be here again. I hate this. So this is pretty much this is from 2023. I hate this life. So if you see the timestamps, right? The ones in caps are all in from 2024. Ones before that, this is from 2022. Okay, and shout out to a few people who try to be, I guess stand up, and calling out this behavior. Let's go ahead and read this comment right here. I thought this person really ate. Let's read what this said. It says postpartum is a very real thing. Nonetheless, it only affects about 13% of women in the U.S. The way y'all be on here using it to scapegoat bozo behavior, you think it was much more prevalent condition. So that's a good example of how women hijack things, right? And take something that's meant to be helpful to help us understand things, but rather than do that, like for example, the best example is the word narcissist, right? The first time I heard the word narcissist was actually from one of the biggest narcissists I've ever met. Not bigger than my ex, but this broad was crazy, right? I remember her basically saying that what happened in her last relationship was that he was a narcissist, right? And I forget how I don't think she even explained the shit, but I did my own research on it, and I said, oh shit, my ex does all of these things. And who knows, maybe the person making the video is making it in a way that anyone can watch it and relate to it. But I'm sorry. But every time I was hooked for a little bit. I had to stop watching those videos because I felt like to a certain degree I was trying to move forward and it wasn't really helping me to continue to watch it. There was this really, really sad white guy. I wish I could find him. But he did videos on like narc behavior. Like his whole tone and everything about him is that kind of guy who will be in a real, basically one of those guys, those like really liberal acting white guys who talk with a real soft voice and weird shit like that. My coffee maker is working, people. Coffee maker is working. I should have coffee at night, but fuck all y'all hoes. I'm sorry for cursing. Just felt right. Sorry about that.
You're supposed to take that.
Now, well,
Put it back in the water.
first of all, shut up. Mind your business.
All right. Okay, we good? We good?
Drunk men is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
Thank you so much.
That's
Thank you so much.
That's
Thank you so much.
That's
Sorry. Anyway, my bad. I'm having way too much fun. Okay. I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. I was having too much fun. Sorry, Charlie Murphy. Right, and rest in peace, Charlie Murphy. Oh my God. Shout out to him. So you got that way of talking. You know what I mean? Anywho, so we see those messages, right? Y'all young guys got to realize that you're not doing no one no favors by staying in these relationships. It is not normal for someone to act like that, okay? I really have an ex who actually has done stuff like that. I really had an ex who talk about being so suicidal because it's all about attention. And with people like this, their desire for attention is insatiable. The modern woman in general is insatiable, and she has made herself pretty much like beyond, how do I say, beyond hard to get along with. Because can't really get along with someone who's never happy. How would you do it? Let me know in the comment section if you can get along with someone who's never happy. But I'm just saying, because for the most part, that's the culture that women have built up with each other when it comes to, especially relationships. Now, when it comes to friends, now she can be whatever she want to be, as long as the worst thing that you can do, especially for modern women, is either bang their man and not have your part of the money for the trip that y'all should be going on. Like when I was a younger person, I was on Facebook. People my age was not going out the country or just doing all these things that people can normally afford. Like you didn't really see people again. Social media really made people try to keep up with the Joneses more than ever because in your mind you're thinking that everyone's driving these kind of cars and they look like this and they do this and they do that and like even to the point where getting to know someone has become way more complicated to the point where women have ruined men's desire to just spend a little money on you. Because some men, for the most part, can be okay with getting to know someone and you don't mind losing a few dollars. So, like, we went on a date and everything. We kicked it for a little bit. So and so. Like, men have gotten to the point where we got tired of seeing y'all talk shit online. Again, narcissistic behavior. When you think you can never be wrong, you don't realize when you're saying fucked up things. You see women really get online and talk about basically how to bleed a man dry, how to make a guy think that y'all in a relationship, but you got 2 or 3 other guys, giving you this and giving you that, and basically more than anything, it's like the end game of feminism is somewhere between being a lesbian and a streetwalker, because look at this shit now. And not only that, what's funny is more women imitate streetwalkers. You got to realize what's going on in your life when you say you skipped over getting all regular jobs and said, I'm just going to sell this box. I say streetwalker for the lack of a better term, but you know what I mean, though. But the modern woman is starting to get to where she thinks she can sell her box. Don't get me wrong. I think that we should not be conflating prostitution and relationships, which you see a lot of modern women trying to do. When you talk about, this one girl went viral for saying marriage is sex work. I mean, if you want to say a sex worker has sex and a woman in a marriage have sex, yes, they both have sex. But one woman is being paid to do it and paid to leave, and she has to do whatever the guy says during that time within reason, right? While the other one, actually, I mean, again, the sex worker, I'm sorry. If the guy, another thing about y'all doing that shit too is you're making men realize it's better to go to a sex worker than to hang out with you. Because basically, like, for the most part, if a guy got a lump sum of a couple $100, he can have sex with a lot of different women. And especially if she wants to see, especially if she likes him and she wants to see it as y'all hanging out. Again, because it doesn't have to be straight up like, yo, my rate is so and so. Nah, I mean, like, for the most part, you're going to start seeing that more. That's still going to be the new way that vagina is sold. All right? You find a guy you like and whatnot, and, y'all figure that shit out. Okay. And he gave you a certain amount, or give you, kind of hit you off a little bit, a little sunshine shutting, and that's how it's going to start going. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. He's showing me the free agent lifestyle. He is showing me the way. He is my hero. A world full of villains. And you lame niggas sure is villains. All right, let's get to a few other things here. What else we got here? Going back to this whole postpartum thing, right? I bought the whole narc thing because, again, you had something that was supposed to be meant to help people understand what these words mean, but instead, like, again, women, like I said before, they hijack these terms and use them for their, basically to make up for bad behavior. I don't know, to cover up bad behavior. It's just, I mean, how else can you say it? Because rather than saying, yo, I just want to be mean to you. I just really want to be, because for the most part, all modern women kind of get to this point, especially in relationships, where they feel like they look for a reason to act evil towards you, or to be mean to you, or try to make you feel like shit. All modern women do it. They all do it. All right, because again, they think that's a part of the experience. And the part of that shit is the fact that it shows low self-esteem. Only a person with low self-esteem wants someone to feel like shit, or wants someone to feel as though they're being kicked while they're down. That's not a thing that someone will ever do if they really care about you. Young men out there, that's not a thing that anyone who cares about you will ever do. If you ever find yourself in a situation where someone's talking like Hailey Bailey to you, it's not worth it. I don't care what you have going on, because with this person in your life, you'll never get anywhere. Like I had an altercation, with an ex of mine, and she said some things to me, and I ain't gonna lie, man, it hurt my feelings, right? more. It didn't, no, well, not so much hurt my feelings. It was just like, damn, yo, I've done mad things for you. I've done a lot for you, and it wasn't a super long time ago. It was, I mean, they're recent. You know what I mean? But for the sake of shitting on me, which all narcs do, because what narcs also like to do is, but for the most part, treat every important thing you do like it's not important. Treat everything you bring to the table as if you're not bringing it to the table. That is abuse. Okay? If you're doing something that's good, the good things you do in this life all count. Don't let anyone try to convince you otherwise. That is manipulation. That is someone trying to bring you down. That is someone trying to, again, that's not something that's not what people who love you want you to believe. People who love you never want you to think that your best isn't good enough. It's something different when you're not applying yourself, right? But people who love you will never make you feel as though your best isn't good enough, or never basically tell you that, well, I know you tried, but fuck that, I don't care, because that wears you down psychologically, and it makes you think that you're not good enough. No winner ever got anywhere by just thinking he's not good enough. Now it's the difference in wanting to get better because you feel as though you could be better, but no. But I wanted to show something else real quick. We're already at the 40-minute mark here. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back and do the Drake portion and pause. I want to show this clip right here. I don't think we need to get to that many other things. I'm sorry, not even. I wanted to show. I think that black women don't be understanding that, yo, when you do this shit, this is one more situation where y'all are helping to destroy and kill black love. So here we go. So social media floods with support for Hailey Bailey after concerning messages surfaced amid DDG drama. So the first line says all the messages show that Hailey Bailey has PPD and it was because of DDG. Okay, let's go ahead and go through it. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find the actual caption. Because I wanted to define PPD for y'all, but let's just read a few things. Okay, so DDG showing Hailey's reaction to him mentally and emotionally abusing her while she was pregnant, going through postpartum, says a lot more about him than her. DDG's fans trying to call Hailey insane don't know how traumatizing pregnancy and birth is. Imagine you just gave birth to your child and your father's frolicking with other women in Mexico while you're dealing with a newborn by yourself. Then your man says that he wants to see his child. If she was so unstable, why didn't he take the baby when she asked him to? For 16 months, he thought she was unstable, but continued to let Hailey be Hailey's primary caretaker after the fact for 16 months. Okay, so which I don't realize is that this isn't the time to do a transmission to other women and try to use it, because what women do is this. When things happen, they use a situation as an excuse or a reason to put more restrictions, more rules, and have more of an aggressive front towards men, or aggressive, basically more of the attitude of you need to be controlled, you need to watch it, you little bad boy, or I'm going to call the cops, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to divorce you. Women can punish men in a myriad of ways. Men literally cannot do anything to women that's unfair to punish them. Because for the most part, women have gaslit you out of everything that you could do against them. You won't put your hands on them. You won't insult them. You won't hurt their feelings. You won't do shit. So you are always going to be an easy victim for any modern woman, because no modern woman is coming, especially if she's attractive, especially if she's a feminist. She's not coming here to be the best version of herself for you. She's here for her. Everything in her mind is about her. And men have a hard time understanding that. Because also, men also can't tell when a woman is lying. But I was going to show one more video, but we're already, I said a whole lot. In closing, young men, You're supposed to be a polygamist on not necessarily literally, but on a spiritual level. You should be married 2 times over before you meet a woman. Because if you marry your faith first, that relationship will always be good and it will always bear fruit. If you marry your purpose and meaning commit to it, so death do its part, I'm rocking with, this is what I do, this is what I'm rolling with. That relationship will always bear fruit. Your relationship with a woman, it is what it is at this point. Men allow this shit. We didn't abandon our post, but the men before us allowed it, and then those women raised the next generation of men to be accepting of all this bullshit, and that's why the men, the women, and the kids aren't happy. Y'all be careful out there, man. So, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. We back, baby. Some reason I didn't get an intro. It be giving me random intros at times, but fuck it, we're here. So, welcome back. So, we haven't done a Drake segment in a second. Let's go ahead and get into that. So, let me go ahead and make my stance clear before I get to cooking these dark skinned niggas. Hold on, man. Let me see. Hold on.
I snap my fingers. You forget that you're never gay.
Hold on, son.
Wait, no, stop. Yes. No,
Hold on,
stop.
son. Let me make sure that we linked in with the links
I
in.
was never gay. You can't just state something, snap your fingers and...
Apparently,
I was never gay.
Apparently he can. Okay. All right, man. So I've been cooking this beef in several different ways. Listen, I am here to be the echo for this space. I am here to transcribe all these conversations.